It is now my pleasure to introduce the 2010 class speaker, Jill Bunge.
Because I got a real good one right here.
Jill Bunge is a White House, Ohio native who is graduating magna cum laude with a major in environmental studies. At GMC, she has served on the Student Senate. She was selected as an undergraduate research assistant and worked as an orientation leader for the Office of Student Life. Jill participated in our 2009 Brazil Study Abroad program, working on issues in sustainable development, rainforest restoration, and watershed management. Last summer, she was an intern for Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders' Agricultural Policy Advisor. Jill has demonstrated the passion and the persistence, the adaptability and the optimism to be a truly effective leader. She has a love of learning and of life. She is an iconic Green Mountain student. Good choice, senior. We are very proud of her.
Hello, class of 2010. Here we are on this luckily glorious day. We are so lucky to be joined by family and friends for this wonderful celebration. Thank you all so very much for being here and encouraging and supporting us along the way. Your presence is deeply appreciated. I must begin by saying how truly honored I am to be representing the class of 2010. Although I did not come into Green Mountain with this class, in our small community, such barriers quickly become meaningless and we all settle in as one big happy family. But today, my dear friends, is the culmination of our undergraduate experience. I would just like to speak about how wonderful we are, what bright futures we have, and how Green Mountain has laid a solid foundation for us to continue to flourish in whatever we choose. The Green Mountain College graduate entering the world is a unique breed. Most of us come from homes and hometowns where we were marching to the beat of a different drummer, or perhaps we were the tie-dye colored crayon in the crayon box. Regardless, we were all searching for something, and for one reason or another, from across the country and across the world, we all chose Green Mountain College in Little Pulteney, Vermont as home for our undergraduate educations. It's been a whirlwind of an experience in Little Pulteney, hasn't it? And we have much to be proud of. Some incredible projects have come to fruition as a direct result of student engagement. The biomass facility is now up and running, significantly reducing our carbon footprint and Scope 1 emissions, putting us on the path to being carbon neutral by 2011 and making us a leader in sustainability among institutions across the nation. The evolution of the Sustainable Agriculture program at GMC is truly something to applaud. We've started the Summer Ag Intensive. We are introducing the Sustainable Ag Major next year, and our diverse, organic, student-run farm is a treasure, a rare treasure to find at a place of higher education. When you're able to cut hay with antique farming equipment and learn how to milk a cow at college while taking economics, ceramics, and psychology, I think that you're getting a well-rounded education. We've flown the coop these past few years as well, taking over 75 students, 10% of our student body, to PowerShift in Washington, D.C., a national climate change conference in March of 2009, featuring some of the most prominent leaders in the contemporary environmental movement. We participated in workshops, made connections with other college students across the country, and rallied in front of the White House lawn, representing GMC and VT at its finest. Can I get a raw milk 1, 2, 3, anybody? This past spring, students attended a Vermont Yankee shutdown rally in Montpelier, passionately expressing their desire and demand for a secure and safe energy future for the region. And wouldn't you know it, the Vermont legislature denied Yankees recommission. It is evident that we are burning with passion, exuding enthusiasm, and our fresh young minds are ambitious and dreaming. Such qualities are nurtured at GMC by some of the most brilliant and innovative minds we have ever or will ever encounter. I still haven't quite figured out how our faculty all got in on the little secret that Green Mountain College in Pulteney, Vermont is the place to be. I generally attribute such phenomena to the stars aligning just right, or magic. However it came to be, we are so appreciative of every one of you, all that you have given us and all that you have let us figure out on our own. Our professors have challenged us in the classroom and beyond, challenges that we have risen to and succeeded in. I mean, look where we are right now. But I must admit, it has been daunting. In the face of so many pressing challenges to our environment and to our world, and through wavering stints of motivation to keep our heads held high. Some days after leaving class, having been learning about all the problems, evils, and ills of the world that beg remediation and long for solutions, I would come out thinking, hello world, I am Jill Bunge, soon to be Green Mountain College graduate. I will take the reins now, don't worry, I will fix this. Other days, I would walk out of class shaking my head thinking, right world, I'm gonna sit this one out, but good luck. I'm just gonna retreat to my heady local organic farm in the Vermont countryside, so don't call me, I'll call you. I think we can all identify some fellow classmates who will immediately be falling into each of these categories respectively post-graduation. I have come to recognize and appreciate this continuum throughout my years at Green Mountain. A Green Mountain graduate has been instilled with a desire to make an impact, an impression, and invoke change. All of us, no matter our majors, our goals, our passions, our worldviews, varied as they are, have struggled with this spectrum of how to achieve such change. Some of us want to tackle huge problems, working on a larger scale and chipping away at an issue. Others want to make big waves in small communities, initiating grassroots efforts or minimizing their own impacts to better their environments and themselves. Many of us will fall into the middle. Eventually, I think we will come to realize how interwoven these themes are and how closely linked our actions will be, having a coherent and substantial impact across the planet. Now let's admit, my friends, we are not the perfect models of social or environmental responsibility. I mean, I've slept in on a weekend morning instead of acting upon a volunteer opportunity in town. I've not composted every piece of burnt bread that comes out of the toaster oven in Chartwell's, though I've tried. I've used some pretty noxious chemicals to clean up at the Bentley House or 85 Main, instead of using a more holistic cleaning agent. But I've also seen people clean up the traces we've left at the river on more than one occasion. Donate their meals to Pulteneyites at community dinners. Turn off the lights whenever they leave a room. Or walk or bike when they could have driven. All the way out to Dean's Preserve, for goodness sake. We are not perfect, but we are conscious beings, mindful of our actions and striving to do better, not just when it's convenient. We are still grappling with big questions, finding ourselves and growing up. But GMC has trained us to ask the right questions, allowed us to discover certain things about ourselves, and provided a place for us to blossom. And I know that in whatever we do, we'll take a little piece of Green Mountain with us. To those of you who continue your education, I know you'll be secretly bummed when none of your classes say "and the environment" after them. To those of you who will travel the wide world, I know some days you'll long for that tight community and small town feel where everyone knows your name and all of your personal business. To those of you who hit the ground running in the job market, I know after a hard day's work, you'll look for the nearest rope swing and riverbank to retreat to clear your mind. And to those of you undecided nomads who are still figuring out your next move, don't hesitate to call a fellow alum and crash on the couch for a couple of nights. Just make sure you bring a survival pack with you to ship. Not just anyone could have survived in rural Vermont for their undergraduate education, but we thrived. This is the end of an era, but our saga continues. We Green Mountain graduates will disperse into the great beyond, so look out. We are a unique breed, shaped by a unique group of people, and we will forever be united by this green place. Congratulations, class of 2010. Best wishes and best of luck.